Hey there, welcome to Cooking with Violet Vixen. Today we are cooking Chinese pork butterflies. Now, in case you're wondering, butterflies is supposed to be a type of pasta, and don't know when butterflies were available. However, we're going with cute little bow ties instead. So gather up all these ingredients. Grab your wok, whether you use your electric wok or one on the stove top, and get some hot salt water on to cook the pasta. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm quite a big fan of the stir fry or equivalent. My electric wok's great. I'm trying to use it a bit more now because I can cook everything in it and I can regulate my temperature. So I always like to use cooking spray just so it's easier to clean, and because it's got a coating on it, I always try and use plastic style, never like the steel, like these. Never use this because you can scratch the coating on it. So turn this up to a fairly high heat. Turn it on at the wall first, of course, too. We're going to start and get everything ready. Okay, first of all, you need to add 1/4 cup of oil. I normally use olive oil, but being a Chinese inspired recipe, I thought I'd go with vegetable oil. So you want 1/4 cup. So put that in and start to get really hot. Now, while I was getting everything ready, I just made sure I had everything cut up, everything weighed out, measuring cups and spoons already, because best thing about stir fry is get everything ready and then it's so much quicker. So while that's heating up, we're going to grab our next stuff. So it's going to be 1 clove of garlic crushed, get that in. You can hear it starting to sizzle, which is what we want. You can use fresh garlic or, garlic you can use fresh or the minced garlic, but I like the fresh. And crushed ginger, I normally just use this one because I don't use it as much. And I've grabbed the wrong spoon. We want 1 tablespoon of this. So this is my 1/2 tablespoon, so I'm going to do 2 of this one. By this time now that it's really starting to sizzle and it's spitting, turn it down. Give that a stir in there. Next up, add your sliced shallots. And your diced pork fillet. You can turn it back up now that you've got stuff in there that's going to take the oil out, because we don't want a lot of oil in here, so crank it up. Next up, we are going to be adding our mushrooms. I've got 8 mushrooms that I've just sliced up. And finally, I brought a can of bamboo shoots. So you're only supposed to use 100 grams, but because it's 220 grams tin, I'm just going to use all of it. Just keep an eye on your water in the meantime. It's not boiling yet, but it's getting there. Okay. So basically, once your pork is no longer pink, you're then ready to put your mushrooms in. A little bit longer. Why this one's good, because I can pick it up and stir it, or I can stir it and scrape it down. Okay. Once you can see those pink bits in there, tuck that mushroom in. And as I said, I've gone overboard with the bamboo shoots, but that's okay. You can't get a smaller tin that I know of. Okay, so when your pasta's come to the boil and you've given it just a bit over 5 minutes, I gave mine, get it, drain it and put it in your wok. Give it a good stirring. It would be interesting to see what this looks like with butterfly pasta, because you may or may not know, but I love butterflies. So we're going with bow ties. So once you've got that in, you want to get 2 tablespoons of soya sauce. Now, there used to be a sauce called soya sauce. I cannot get it anymore. I had some for ages. So I'm just going with the soy sauce. We want 2 tablespoons of this. Now, this one's salt reduced, which is good. So in goes your 2 tablespoons. You want 1 teaspoon of white sugar. Sprinkle that over the top. 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to not put the salt in because, as I said, I'm using soy sauce, not soya, so I'm going to leave the salt out. Plus, I think the pasta will have a bit of a residual from that as well. We want 2 tablespoons of sherry. I've just brought any sweet cherry. This is a new bottle. 2 tablespoons. Just put that over the top. Half a cup of chicken stock. That's just the water. I'm going to sprinkle the stock powder over the top. You can get the pre-made stock, but then you're with the dilemma that you're going to have it left over. So if you've got a couple of recipes in the next few days that need it, buy that one. Give that a good stir through. And then you want, the final ingredient is 1/4 cup of water, which you're going to mix with a bit of corn flour, your 1 teaspoon of corn flour. So all this is going to do is just thicken up our sauce. So we basically just want to keep this going until it is all mixed through and the sauce thickens and everything's cooked. Put that into a paste. And it goes. Perfect. Okay. Now what we need to do is make sure everything's cooked, boil that sauce so it's thick, and then we're ready to serve. So, check out the social media for pictures of it all dished up. And I thank you once again for watching Cooking with Violet Vixen, and I will see you next time. Bye.